So some of the final barriers that do occur within PLCs are having unresponsive leaders. So if principals are not receptive to what the teachers need, or if they are not strong leaders themselves, that really can lead to the demise of a PLC. It can be things like micromanaging, not trusting their employees, an unwillingness to disperse the leadership. And so if we don't have strong school-wide leadership, it will cause PLCs to kind of fall apart and not function. So some of the ways that you can kind of help with that, or that leadership can kind of help with that, is providing opportunities for mentoring, watching teachers teach, so being able to go into each other's classrooms, or giving teachers the opportunity to make their own decisions about what is needed within the classroom. So a lot of it comes down to a breakdown in communication. Sometimes even principals think that what they're doing really is beneficial for the teachers, but the teachers don't feel it's beneficial for them. And so that can lead to further frustration and further issues. So, one final barrier that I found that was actually really fascinating and I had not considered was age of the teachers within a PLC. So, not to stereotype, but currently in our teaching system, generationally, we kind of have like the baby boomer stage, and then we have more of the millennial type teachers. So, in the research that I was finding, the baby boomer generation, those are the teachers that really prefer to teach in isolation. They stick to the status quo, they don't like change, and they prefer that they want to keep their autonomy and not make major changes. And this can really have some detrimental effects to a professional learning community. If a teacher is unwilling to make changes to their teaching practices or unwilling to collaborate, that can really affect a PLC in a negative way. So, on the opposite end, millennials generally thrive on that collaboration. They are unafraid to challenge authority. They thrive on feedback and input from others. They want to work with other people, and they're usually better able to adapt to changing teaching practices and tend to do well in that PLC. So there's a little bit of a clash there. Um, One article that I found too talked about teacher turnover rate as being a common barrier to PLCs. So in a lot of urban areas, teacher turnover can be relatively high. So building that trust over the course of a lot of years to create that sustainable PLC is really difficult, because you might have a brand new teaching crew every couple of years, and the people that stick around tend to be that older kind of baby boomer generation, because they view teaching their teaching career as, you know, kind of like that's what they're meant to do. And um, whereas the younger generation, if there is a lack of community, or if there's a lack of support, or they're facing challenges, they're out and they find other places to teach, or they change careers. So that can cause a breakdown of a PLC. Even if the leadership is strong, if there's a high teacher turnover rate, it makes it very, very difficult for sustaining those PLCs. I'm hoping that with all the research that I do, I'm able to kind of figure out what some of the barriers are to the PLCs within the district that I'm researching, viewing the different kinds of successes that teachers experience, and is the district truly a PLC, or is it kind of that PLC light that I talked about previously? So it'll be very interesting to see the results from it. I'm interested to see the positives, but I'm also really interested to see what are some things that the district needs to improve on in regards to professional development. Thank you so much for watching my 5 video segments, and I'm looking forward to conducting this research on professional learning communities and the collaboration within a district. Thank you.